That'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 21. You're good. High 4, ready.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Kill. Lucky. Hey, Charlie. Protein spill.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. 34 yards there and a 1st down. He's off to a great start here in this 1st quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
From the 16, Breeze. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Gay's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield off the play fake. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super toe. Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ready.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
54. Watch the pass. Over. Rush in.
Brees going to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
5-9.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. That is caught, it's Perriman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
5-9.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Play action, Brees. That's caught by Howard. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, kill. Hey, easy. 56. Check, 56. Check.
Brees to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
180. 54. Quit talking about it. Hey, bring it. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Switch. I got you.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got his target. That's Moore.
Let's go, Moore. Let's go.
Complete to David Moore. It's a gain of 6. First down, Saints.
180. 54. Mike, 54. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack.
It's run.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
12.
They'll start on the ground with Barber. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big run there by Jones. 67 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First down and goal to go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Opposite. Hey, wahoo!
Shotgun now for Breeze. This goes to Barber, the running back. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Kill.
Jones Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That'll be complete to Cook. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good. 180. Run. I'm going to run you over. Hey, echo. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. I know he ain't got it.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. David Moore, 40 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Ready. Check. Fresno.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On third down, here comes Barber. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout before the quarter ends. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, nice 7.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, Mack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
You got 3 down.
They go right back to Mack. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
20. Check. Watch 54. Hey, come on now. Check nickel. One touch.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Check.
On second down, It's Mack, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That second down play nets a -4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, orbit. Mike, 45. I got you, son. Hurry. 45, Mike, 45. Yo.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touch...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Play fake. Mayfield. And this is Cook with a grab. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, Delta. Get ready. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. King.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he finds Cook. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll run here with Mack. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike, 45. Check pass. That's it. 45.
Now Mayfield running left on the option. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
45 to Mike. Check. Hey, exit. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Throwing, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Seth Roberts His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score 17. Buccaneers 10.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
36.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Breeze now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Sammy.
To try again after the sack. Breeze looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Breeze. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 19.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
21.
The carry for Barber. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Get off the field. Tight go. Hurry.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Murray. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
180. Right here.
Now a carry for Mack. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Mayfield. And brought in by the tight end Cook. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, 133. 45, Mike, 45. Hey! Pistol. Alert!
On first down, Mack. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First down. 180. Check. Hey, alert.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. What's good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Breeze. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Give me some. Here we go. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
He's back to throw. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on.
And a loose football. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.